I thought it might be quite nice to do an update on the progress that we've now made in Filkins, and so here's a quick whip round with the highlights of what's happened since last time I actually went round with the video. This is the kitchen area, and in front of you can see the treads for the new spiral staircase, which will be going in fairly shortly. They've just had their third coat of varnish. Need several more before the joiners actually work on them, so that we don't get any cement or anything on them and spoil them. And you can see the walls now have all been tanked to waterproof them up to quite a high level, and the cabling is in for all the electrics to go in. And we actually have the beams in here now, supporting the floors upstairs and the bathroom and the landing. Though there's still a big hole here for the new staircase which goes in. And hopefully that's going to come next week. Through into the lounge, not into the back living room. Here's some floorboards which are going on the landing between the two lots of spiral staircases, so that we make it look like it continues on up. And we'll show you another aspect of that in a minute. And again, the central pole that goes at the middle of the spiral, and some more of the treads. Again, in here, the tanking is in, and a lot of the cabling and the protection for the cabling ready for plastering is in. So this is the old staircase that's going to be replaced. These are, at some stage, people have done various bits of this staircase. There are only a couple of the original treads left, and this was an area where elm was used extensively. Virtually none around here now since Dutch elm disease, but we are replacing it with elm. So all these treads that are going in are in fact Scottish elm, and this beam up here, which we've clad in elm, there's actually a steel girder underneath there. That's European elm, because you can't get long enough lengths of Scottish elm to do something like that. It comes in short lengths. So this is the spiral staircase. Now has all been stripped, and in the process of stripping it, we actually found that there had been a window halfway up. You can probably just see it on here. And we've actually asked for planning permission to put that window back in. We actually have stripped every single wall in the house right back to all the original stone, and make sure that everything is solid. We've discovered quite a number of things along the way as we've done that, which have been some interesting jobs to repair and replace. This is now where the spiral staircase, we've actually curved the wall. You probably can't actually see it on this photograph, but we've curved the wall round to make it look like the spiral staircase continues, because that's what it actually does, going on up to the next floor. That's all very dark at the moment, because it's just been had its first coat of stuff on, so that it's ready to take the plaster. These first floor bedrooms have now actually been plastered, and are looking quite good. We've stripped, this is my current task, going through the whole house, stripping all of the old beams which had been painted black. So we're getting all of the black off, and then all of the dead wood where they'd actually been attacked by woodworm, all now happily treated. So there's actually quite a lot of wood comes off them in the sanding process. But you can see they're just actually lumps of tree of varying thicknesses, and with branches coming off them and everything else. And we've now opened up the windows to put the original window seats back in. Those had all been covered up, so the windowsill was actually at the window level, but the original stonework came up to just below where this seat is. So we've now put the seats back in. So that's the first bedroom. This one we've had to do extensive things to rebuild the archway that goes across. This wasn't a part of the original. There was originally a door between the two bedrooms, and there was only one staircase up to the top, which was the spiral staircase. In here again we've got an old elm beam, and there was a fireplace behind that wall, and a chimney. We've actually used one of the chimneys from this room, to take all of the services up to the next floor. So the waste pipe for the bathroom and all the plumbing and heating pipes actually go up the old chimney. This sort of shows you the state some of the walls were in. Here you can actually see a hole through the wall that goes actually into the chimney, and that's the chimney that comes right up from the ground floor. And some of this stonework is in a real mess, and you can see how uneven it all is. this was a doorway that was broken through into the outbuildings that connect it, and if you actually look up here, there actually is a hole just there, which takes us through to the landing where the new staircase is going to come up. This is in the process of having all the insulation put in, and now we've got a floor down in here. We've actually been able to put in the new wall, which is going to be a thick wall because of the steel work we've had to put in to support this part of the house between here and the bathroom. In the bathroom we're beginning to get the plaster on. We've put in a stud wall there, so all the plumbing and things are hidden behind it, that's extra insulation. We've got another stud wall along here, and you can see all the pipe work going along there, which goes through on up to the top of the house. In here is the framework that the bath's going to sit in. It's going to be a built-in bath by the time we finish it, and you can see some of the space technology that actually acts now to insulate these buildings. Going back, and you can see down where the staircase is going to go. I'm really looking forward to that coming in, and along back up the corridor to the spiral staircase at the other end. And this is the bit where I'm working at the moment, taking loads and loads of dead wood off the beams. Overalls hanging up there, so you can see the beams now are actually beginning to look quite nice. Still some spots that have got to be cleaned up, but you can get it from looking like that with all the crumbly bits on to looking really quite smooth and nice, and that's the object of the exercise. So now here we have the A-frame that goes through this, which was now the bedroom. This has again all had new plasterboarding, new insulation. You can see there a little bit there, which is waiting for all of the spiral staircase to come in before the plasterboarding's finished off there. New boxing behind where the bed will go, and then this area will have some built-in furniture. Again, a doorway that we've had to do a load of work on to get it stabilised through into now what's going to be the ensuite bathroom. Again, all the pipework hidden behind a stud wall here. The toilet's going to be just inside the door, sink over in that corner, and a shower in the corner there. All the plumbing work will be behind that shower because obviously you need a tank up at this height, and then a wardrobe across here. And you can see the work again that's had to be done on this wall to get it to look something like. Unfortunately, the roof timbers are not strong enough for us to raise the roof here, which we would have quite liked to have done the ceiling, as we've done in the bathroom and the landing. But nonetheless, it's quite an improvement on where we were.